Guess what? Guess what? It's been 1 year since I've had my full motorcycle license, and the weather is fairly decent, fairly good for this time of the year in the UK. So I thought I'd come out and talk about my first year riding a motorbike with a full license, talking about some things that you might expect in your first year. Now, I foolishly bought a ZX6R before I passed my full license, and then didn't like it, and that's where my journey really begins. So I rode the ZX6R a good 50 odd miles to go and swap it for this Suzuki Bandit, which I am well chuffed with. It wasn't until I got this bike that I really started riding. One of my first videos on this bike is something called Best Ride in the World or whatever to Woolacombe. And for me at that point, that was the best ride I ever had, and I'll tell you why. So the reason that was the best ride I ever had, up to that point I've had better since, is because I had a brief moment in my life when I was working in that area, Woolacombe. So I was working in Woolacombe during the winter. It was horrible. I left a good job to go, and I was riding a 125 every day up that road during the winter, and it used to be a ball ache. And then one day, you know, got my full license, I rode the same road. Oh man, it was like a completely different ride. It was so good on a 600, so bloody good on a 600, I tell you. And then lockdown happened. Well, winter and then lockdown. So my first year has not been as good as it could have been. So I'm not going to go into what I've done since I've had a 600, since I've had my full license. You can go back and watch my videos, that's what you can do. Oops. Okay, I was in neutral then. I'm still not fantastic. But what do you notice? What do you notice in your first year riding? What should you expect? If you're anything like me, you ride like mad for the first couple of weeks. Expect to have an accident on your first year riding. Maybe a little accident, you know, hopefully nothing big. Most accidents happen at low speeds anyway, but you're going to have a few moments, which us in the UK call squeaky bum time. So when you're about to shit yourself because something could have gone wrong and it hasn't gone wrong. But you'll also notice the amount of freedom you suddenly have. You'll discover what type of biker you are. Whether you're a speed freak, whether you're just like casually going out and experiencing the views around you. Some people get their full license and then realise they don't like riding. I know it sounds daft, but it happens. I discovered that I don't like sports bikes, and I don't particularly enjoy riding too fast. I discovered that I like roads like these, and this is why we're going here today. I also discovered that I have a steel arse. I would happily sit on the bike for 10 hours. But what does that mean for me in this Bandit? Well, we'll see next year, won't we? So you work hard for your license, and you get your full license, you buy all your gear, and you make some mates. It's so easy to make other biker friends. Literally just go to any biker spot and say, alright mate, nice bike, there you go, you got yourself a biker mate. And what you do, you buy yourself like a leather jacket or something, and then you go out in the summer, it's really hot, and then you think, you know what I could do with a nice breathable textile jacket. And then before you know it, you spent 400 quid on a textile jacket. And you do some long rides, and then you think, oh, you know what, I could do with a lighter helmet because I'm getting a bit of a neck ache. Then you spend hundreds of pounds on a light helmet too. And you go out in the winter, you get wet hands, and you're like, oh man, I want to still ride, I'm going to need some winter gear. And then it just rinse and repeat, basically, no pun intended with the old winter thing there. So on your first year riding, expect to spend a lot of money, but it's all worth it. It's all worth it. A guy recently said to me after I bought this new helmet because it's lighter and I was getting neck ache, he said that I waste my money. And a day later he was telling me how he pre-ordered the PS4. Now, I'm not dissing any gamers here, I'm one myself, but I'd rather spend my money on a decent helmet than a PS4. But another thing, and this is a question for you guys really there, is I absolutely do love my Bandit, I really do. It's a solid bike, it does whatever I want it to do. But do I love it because it's my first big bike? Or do I love it because it's an awesome bike? I think that's one thing we can all agree with, is that your first big bike, oh man, you would absolutely love it to pieces. And when I got rid of my Sinus, to be honest, I didn't really give a shit. I did not get emotional, sentimental, nothing, and that done me alright for 4 years. But just thinking about getting rid of this bike, tears me up. I can't have this bike forever.